In a functional organization, it is used only by small and medium organization or the company. Organizing is a process of bringing together physical resources, manpower and finance to accomplish the desired goal set by the top level management. This is called organizing. When I say the simple can be achievable, that doesn't mean that you are not supposed to take risk. You need to take risk, but also you should not take those risks which you cannot do. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Abhilash Chandra from the Department of Commerce and Management in Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. Welcome to all the students for the third unit, that is the third chapter, organizing. The first session of organizing will be so interesting that you will get to know the entire chapter in a nutshell. So what exactly organizing is? Now, when we study about organizing, we are also supposed to study few of the topics like delegation of authority, centralization, decentralization, and span of control. Now, what exactly organizing is? Now, when we go with organizing, it's all about getting together three things: physical resources, financial resources, manpower planning. Why do we need it? Because to accomplish the organizational goal set by the top level management. So here we have the organizing is a function. Now what type of a function organizing is? Organizing is a management function. And what exactly organizing does? Now when we go with this, organizing is a function of gathering resources. Now after gathering resources, what exactly it does? And why should we gather resources? First, to establish the orderly use of such resources, we need to optimally use resources. And when we optimally use a resource, what's gonna happen is there is not a lot of losses. So that's the reason we are supposed to gather resources and use it optimally. Structuring tasks to fulfill organizational plan. I told you, isn't it? That is, whenever we go for organizing, usually the functions of management, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. The top level management, they go with planning. After that, the second option is your organizing. When we go with this organizing, here what happens is we need to fulfill the organizational plan. That's the reason we gather the resources. It includes the determination of, there are few questions. It will actually determine those questions. What are those questions? The first question here we have is, what tasks are to be done? What exactly we are supposed to do? How the tasks are to be grouped, that is what exactly the task is and how we are supposed to go with it. And the last question here we have is, who is going to be responsible to these tasks? So that is what the organizing speciality is. That is, it will answer all the W questions. That is, what to do, how to do, who should do it. Exactly those questions will be asked in the organization plan. So when we go with organizing, we can answer these questions very fast. Now the meaning of organizing. See, many people have given many definitions, many meaning, but I'll give you a simple meaning of organizing. What exactly organizing is? Organizing is a process. Exactly. All the management functions are process. Organizing is also process. Organizing is a process of bringing together physical resources, manpower and finance to accomplish the desired goal set by the top level management. This is called organizing. One more simple meaning I'm gonna give it to you here is, organizing is a process of arranging and structuring work to accomplish the organizational goals. That is called organizing. We also have a definition. Now there is a beautiful definition given by Kuntz. Now when we go with this Kuntz and O'Donnell, here you need to understand Kuntz and O'Donnell, they are the people who always go with the beautiful definitions of all the management and the management functions. The first definition of organizing, what they have given is, organization is a structural relationship by which an enterprise is born together, and framework in which the individual efforts are coordinated. Each and every person in an organization are born to do something, and when they do it, they need to accomplish it. When they accomplish, the managerial goals will be fulfilled. That is what the organizing is all about, with coordinating each and another. Now, steps in the process of organizing. What are the steps involved in organizing? There are, say, 5 steps involved in organizing. Before that, I'll just tell you what exactly the process is all about. Process, whenever they say, it is a continuous process. Step by step, we are supposed to go. We are not supposed to mix anything. We are supposed to go orderly. That is the reason organizing is always orderly, structured framework which is done. The first thing in the process is determination of objective. What exactly the objective is, how we are supposed to go with those objectives, why we need to construct and setting the objectives. So that is what determination of objective is the first point. The second point is determining activities. How to accomplish those objectives? We need to have activities. Now, when we go with these activities, what happens is which activity is suitable so that we can accomplish the goal very fast with effectiveness and efficiency. We are supposed to go with it. The third is grouping activities. See, division of work plays here. Now, you have done a short plan or a medium plan or a long-term plan. When we go with this determination of objective, we should also calculate who are the people who should be involved in finishing these activities. Now, when we go with that, you need to group into smaller segments of activities. That is the third one. The fourth one here we have is assigning duties. Tell those people, say this first group activity you are supposed to do it. After that, it will be followed by somebody else. Then it will be followed by the next superiors. That is how you need to allot and assign duties to each and every potential employee. And the last one is developing relationship. Now, what is this developing relationship? Here, what the authority and responsibility flows. Now, authority, as we all know, that it flows from the top to the bottom, and responsibility flows from the bottom to the top. Now, here we have the levels and the tiers. If you go with it, say we have top level, the middle level, supervisory level. Now, organizing where the top level will plan for it, that what exactly the objective is. Then they're gonna determine the activities involved. The group activities is actually divided and then it is assigned to many people. Now, say example, here we have a person A, B and C. What exactly is the developing relationship is? As soon as C finishes something, he need to report it to B, saying that this is what is done. As soon as B gets a report from C, B need to report it to A. That is what is called as developing relationship from the superior and the subordinate. So it can be from superior to subordinate as well as subordinate to the superior. So these are called the process of organizing. Next is principles of organizing. Now, what exactly this principles of organizing is? Now, when we go with this organizing, the sure question in your main examination is principles of organizing. There are 12 principles of organizing. We're going to go each and every point in detail what exactly the principles are. The first one is the principles of unity of objective. Now, when we go with this objective, please understand, without any objective, we cannot do anything. Or if we does anything without an objective, we don't know what exactly we are supposed to do. So that's the reason the principle of organizing, the first principle itself is what? The principle of unity of objective. Second is principle of flexibility. Now we should also understand that business is complex. Now the complexity in the business is more. So that's the reason we can't have rigidity. When we have rigidity, what happens is we need to do whatever we have thought. But in this contingent environment, in this macro environment where things changes very fast, we need to adopt the principle of flexibility while going with organizing. The third is principles of division of work. Now, please do remember Henry Fayol 14 principle, where he says the first principle itself is what? Division of work. That means you should not give the entire work to one person. Instead, you need to understand who can do what type of a work and then give them small works so that they get specialized. When they get specialized, they'll work it very fast. That is how you need to go with the division of work. So here also the same implies, that is, you are giving a person the work which he is comfortable in doing it. When he is comfortable in doing it, he'll do it properly, and then the effectiveness in the work will increase. That is what it is called, the unity of division of work. Next is principles of unity of direction. Also, we have one more principle, that is principles of unity of command. So I'll explain it to you very simple here. Unity of command as well as unity of direction is very simple. There is one boss for each employee. That means each employee will have one boss. So that one boss is a person who's gonna give all orders, and the employee will start reporting to that one boss. The reason here why one boss, in the sense, confusion should not happen, dilemma should not happen, and there should not be any overload or overlapping of work. That's why we need to adopt what? Unity of direction as well as unity of command. The fifth one here is scalar chain principle. What exactly the scalar chain principles are? Now the scalar chains, I'll just draw again the same kind of a tier. That is, there are say 3 tier levels or the hierarchical order which goes with it. So here what happens is there is a person called A, B, C, D, and then it flows. The nature and size of a business will estimate the characteristics as well as it will enhance the features of management here. Now A, B, C, D is there, right? Now what happens is A is the superior to B, B is superior to C, C is superior to D, and the flow goes. Now here scalar change, in the sense the communication happens from A to B. So A will never communicate to D. He'll not bypass it. He'll always go with this. This is the reason it's a military concept. The scalar chain is what? A military concept. There is a small flexibility in scalar chain that is called gangplank. That is where only in case of emergency, the scalar change will be void and they will use gangplank so that they can actually use the opportunity very good. Next is authority level principle. See, always in the principles of organizing, the authority plays a very important role. So A is the boss of B. So each and every employee will have one boss, right? So D has a boss. Who's the boss? C is the boss. C has a boss. Who's the boss? B is the boss. B has a boss. Who's the boss? A is the boss. So this is what the principle of authority is. Principle of span of control. Span of control means how many people you can mentor, how many people you can control, how many people will listen to you, and those are called the span of control. Only that many people you need to have. So example, if I can only tell that I can handle 5 employees, under me I can handle 5 employees. So span of control is what? 5 for me. There are a few people who handle 50 people. So that is span of control for them. Principles of unity of command. I have already told you that unity of command as well as unity of direction. Let's go with the next one. So principle of exception, principle of simplicity, principle of efficiency. Now here what happens is principles of exceptions. Sometimes in organizing, some exceptions happens. We need to adapt it. We need to change according to the situation. And principle of simplicity, whenever you go with organizing, make sure that it is simple and it can be achievable. When I say it is simple, can be achievable, that doesn't mean that you are not supposed to take risk. You need to take risk, but also you should not take those risks which you cannot do it. Instead, go with the simplicity. And the last one here we have is principles of efficiency. Never compromise with quality. Never compromise with quality. The reason being, quality can turn your business around. You can be a unicorn if you go with quality, because people, they don't want quantity, they want more quality. They don't want you people to go with the cheap quality or cheap efficiency. They want you to have the efficiency should be more. Each and every employee need to work to his or her greatest efficiency. That is what the principles of organizing is all about. The next topic we have is types of organizational structures. See, types of organization structure for a BCom student, it's limited only to 3 types. But to be very honest, there are 8 structures, that is organization structure. Let's go with our syllabus. The first structure is functional organization. Second is matrix organization. And the third one is team-based organization. So what is this functional organization, matrix organization, and team-based organization? I'm going to help you with cracking it in a very easy and shortcut way. But let me tell you here, students, these 3 topics, any one topic will come for 15 marks. The other topic will come for 10 marks. So you people need to be very careful in writing this and explaining it to the depth. So the first one is functional organization. What is this functional organization? When we go with this functional organization, we need to understand departments are made based on functions performed. Now they go with the functional structure. Departments are made to bring out the organizational balance. And the last one here is results in greater productivity and operational efficiency. The reason is the functional structure look like this. You have a MD here. You are dividing the departments according to the functions. The first is your human resource department. The second is say marketing department. I'll just write the shortcut MKT. And next is say the finance department. So here the functional organization, how it goes is, now HR department will not poke their nose in marketing. Marketing will not interfere themselves in finance because it is functional structure. Now HR does few of the roles. Say example, their functions are what? One is recruitment, selection, training and development. So these are the functions. Say marketing is what? They have market research, market survey, say advertisement, say promotion. So these are based on their functions. And the last one is finance. They go with accountability, auditing, right? They go with auditing, AUD, auditing. Then they also go with constructing balance sheets, profit and loss account. So all these are their functions. So this structure is called functional structure or functional organization. So here, merits of functional structure. What will happen if functional structure is used by any organization? But let me tell you here, only for small and medium companies, functional structure will fit, but not for the big and the MNC companies. First one, specialization can be achieved. See, HR department, only HR people in their function. So specialization can be achieved. Reduction of workload of top executives. The reason here, now I go back to the same kind of a diagram which I have showed it to you, right? Now here we have what? MD. MD is from the top, but we have here the HR department, right? Now here we have all this, we have written recruitment, selection, training and development. All these we have written, right? The top level will have lesser work. The reason is here only we have the HR manager. The HR manager. He'll take care of all the functions which happens under him. So here, reduction of workload of top executives. Balanced decisions. Who will take decisions? The person who knows about the concept, only he will take the decision. Executive development happens. Each and everybody can actually enjoy this executive development where each and everybody will be getting subordinates and they will be the supervisors of those subordinates. So a development of executive will happen. Better training. The reason better training is people gonna understand what they are supposed to do and what they are not supposed to do. While giving a supervision kind of a vision to those people, the better training will also be fetched. Now, training will be like on-the-job training also, as well as off-the-job training also. Scope of expansion is more. And the last one here is coordination within department, because everybody, whoever are in the functional organization, they will be placed in their departments. So they'll have more of friendship, plus they'll understand each and everybody. So this is what the merits of functional structure is. But we also have limitations of functional structure. See, everything should be like this, right? If there is a boon, there is a bane. So when we go with this limitations, the first is confusion. Now you may ask me a question, sir. You said the merits we have specialization, but now here we have confusion. Why? Why exactly we have confusions? Because in functional structure, the HR department, the way they go with is totally different from the marketing department. And always human have a habit, instead of seeing their department, they always compare their department with some other department. When they compare their department with somebody's department, what happens is they always feel that somebody's department is doing better than our department. Somebody's department, the manager is doing good than our management. So that is where they have confusion when they go with comparison. When they go with comparing these two departments. Next is ineffectiveness in the staff, limited perspective, delay in decision making, and the last one is conflict of interest. Now here the reason is they are only within themselves, they can't grow more, is what the limitation says. That's the reason I told you, it can't be fed to the bigger company or the MNC company. It can be only fed only to the smaller companies or the medium companies. The next one we have is matrix organization. Now, matrix is a combination of project organization and functional organization. See, functional organization is all about the vertical form. The project organization is all about horizontal form. Now, matrix organization is a combination of both. That is vertical also, horizontal also. So, it is a combination of functional structure and project structure. Functional structure is a permanent feature of matrix organization. Now, matrix organization should always have functional structure. It is permanent. So, what is project structure in the sense? It is not in your syllabus, but still I'll just help you out what exactly you need to go with it. Project structure are temporary. It is not permanent. It's temporary. That is, after the project is done, that structure is dismantled. Next here, project departments are created whenever high degree of technical skills are required. Only when the technical know-how is come to our companies, that is when the project structure will be given. Say any new updates has come, new competition has come, you need to reach the new targets. So only then the project structure will come. So what exactly the matrix organization will look like? Say example here we have. See, forget about these two here. If we only understand the president, vice president, vice president, vice president, we have production vice president, marketing vice president, finance vice president. We have people around him, right? Below him, we have people. So this is functional, right? So this entire is functional if you go. But now there's an add-on, that is project A, project B. So we have here the horizontal, and here we have the vertical. So the combination of vertical and horizontal, that is called the matrix organization. So the combination is what? Vertical you have, and you have the horizontal. So this is called the matrix organization, or the matrix structure, or matrix organization. This is what we call it as. So here in this, there is a president. Below the president, we have the vice president of production, vice president of marketing, vice president of finance. Now, below the production, we have M and P. Here, N, Q, O, and R. But we also have a project A manager. He will actually lead M as well as he'll lead N plus he'll be leading O. Here, project B, he has P, Q, R. So this structure of these are called the matrix organization. So what are the merits of matrix organization? What exactly matrix organization is? A matrix organization is an organization that uses multiple command system. Multiple command system, I told you, right? So we go with vertical also, we go with horizontal also. Multiple command, which comprises, the first one is multiple command structure. This is called the multiple command structure. Associated organizational structure, both projected and the functional will be there. So functional departments create a vertical. Functional department creates what? Vertical. They create vertical. These are the functional. While project team forms the horizontal. So project is what? Horizontally it goes. So that raised to a matrix here. It has a two-dimensional structure and is used in large and complex organizations. See here, in a functional organization, it is used only by small and medium organization or the company. But matrix is organized and it is actually used by complex or very big companies, say complex organizations. So that is where the benefit of matrix is. So team-based structure, what is this team-based structure? How it operates? Now that team-based structure is an organization structure wherein several team work towards a common goal. While performing their own specialized tasks, they encourage less hierarchy in their structure, allowing organization more flexibility from their professionals. So here, team-based organization, what happens is very simple. The first thing is, they don't want hierarchical orders. They want all the employees to feel that they're all one family and they get specialized knowledge and they work in solving problem than creating one. So here in functional as well as matrix, you have more of authority, right? And responsibility flows from the bottom to the top. But in team-based, what happens is each and everybody are responsible for whatever they do. So here, the blame game is less, the more specialization is there. So advantage of team-based organization, the first advantage is better communication because everybody are in the same level, increased efficiency, additional professional flexibility. Say example, if I am not able to do it, there is a person who comes and he'll help me out. So that is where the additional professional flexibility. Empowered professionals, encourages innovation. Now when we discuss, now we are in a team, right? When we discuss, okay, these are the things which we can do it, right? So what happens in this team-based structure in the sense? Yes, they're gonna give you a clear yes if it works. Say example, our cricket team. When Mahendra Singh Dhoni was the captain, and you still remember the T20, first T20 World Cup, where India was facing Pakistan. The last over, now I know that each and every one of you have imagined that particular match. Now everybody were dependent on Harbhajan Singh and other bowlers who were the prime bowlers. But MSD, he called the entire team and he asked who is the person who's gonna bowl the last ball, the last over. See, when MS Dhoni, he asked Harbhajan Singh that will you bowl? Harbhajan said, I don't have that confidence because my previous over was very expensive. So Harbhajan Singh was dropped. So who should be the person? Now there is this player who comes between nowhere and says Dhoni that I will bowl. That is Jogendra Sharma. Now when Jogendra Sharma comes and he says that I will bowl, see that is what it is, right? That is encourage innovation, more increased efficiency, additional professional flexibility, empowered professional, more constructive competition, increased teamwork, larger sense of community. So then what happened? Everybody said, okay, let's give him a chance, and MS Dhoni took a chance and then they bowled, and what happened? India won the first T20 World Cup. So this is what happens in team-based organization. The formal organization and informal organization differences we are supposed to go with. In the formal organization, what happens is, formal organization refers to the organization structure which is designed by the management to accomplish a particular task. Here, authority, responsibility, accountability, and a line of communication will be clearly specified. That's why it is called formal organization. So, features of formal organization. The first feature of formal organization is designed by the top management. Here, everything is in order. Designed to achieve the objectives. It specifies the relationship among various job positions. Efforts of various departments are coordinated through formal organization, bound by rules, regulation, and procedure. But whereas informal is totally different from formal organization. So the next topic we have is the advantages of formal organizations. What are the advantages of formal organization? The first one is easy to fix responsibility, help to avoid duplication of work. Why it helps to avoid duplication of work is, you are supposed to report to only one person, and what that one person says, only that you are supposed to do it, so you don't have confusion. Unity of command is maintained. See, unity of command, one person, I told you. Effective accomplishment of goals, provide stability in organization, because that is what the formal organization does. Disadvantages of formal organization may lead to procedural delays, as chain of command has to be followed. Chain of command should be followed. Why chain of command should be followed? Say example now. Same examples we're going to take. We're going to take multiple employees. Now here we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and J. Here we have, say, O. Now formal organization, the chain of command is too much. Now if I need to take any decision, he can't take it by himself. He need to ask G. G will ask E, then C, then A, then O. Then O will give approval. Then A will give approval, followed by, now he can do it. That is what the chain of command is too much. Now, example, if the chain of command is even very deep, then there is a problem. So, rigid policy, it reduces creativity. Why it reduces creativity? Probably there is this person called E has got a very good idea about how to market the product. Now E need to take permission from C, from C to A should take permission from O, again it should come back. But by then O will say this is not a good idea. So what happens is E cannot perform. So what happens? It suppresses creativity. More emphasis is on structure and work than on human relationship. Here, more than the human relationship, it is the structure relationship which they go with. That's why it is very rigid. Next we have is informal organization. The total opposite of formal organization is informal organization. So interaction among people at work gives rise to network of social relationship among employees, and that is called the informal organization, where you don't have much hierarchy. Everybody are treated equally, but it is more of the friendship type of social behavior than the boss and subordinates. Features of informal organization. The first is exit within the formal organization. In the formal organization, only informal organization happens. Behavior evolves from group norms rather than rules and regulations. No rules and regulations. It is the group bonding which happens. There is no specific flow of information among members. Emerges spontaneously. So whenever it emerges spontaneously without any hierarchical, that is called informal organization. So the next topic here is decentralization. Decentralization, that is distribution of authority and responsibility. The powers will be given to many people. That is called decentralization, the opposite of centralization. So decision-making authority is delegated down the scalar chain. Flow of information is open and free. It is ideal for large organization. decision making speed is significantly faster. Here what happens, the same way, the formal structure is what we did, right? Here we have HR, we have marketing, we have production. Next here we have one more. So these are called the decentralized. Here, if somebody wants to take a part here, he can report him, that's it. He will give the directions, it's done. So decentralization. Large number of people for each level of management are involved in decision making. The next topic we have is centralization. Now, centralization means the power, that is authority, lies in one hand or few hands, not many people. So design making authority lies with top management only. The flow of information is vertical. The flow of information is what? Vertical, from the top to the supervisory level. It is ideal for small organizations. See, decentralization is for big organization and centralization is for small organization. Decision making speed is comparatively slow. Why it is slow? You need to report to the last person. So then he will approve it. Then it comes back. Responsibility, authority. So that is how the decision level will be little slow. I think I'll tell you, it is very, very slow. A few hand-picked people are involved in decision-making process. Only few. The power will be only with few people. The next one we have is delegation of authority. What is delegation? Delegation means transfer of authority from the superior to the subordinate, which is vertical, and it is a downward movement. So here in delegation, we have three elements: authority, responsibility, accountability. Now, authority, responsibility, accountability, I have done a separate session in my classes. Please do watch what exactly the delegation of authority is. Any doubt you have, please do ask us. We're always there to help you, and any question, we are always there to answer. Thank you so much. I'll see you when I see you.